Hello students, today we are going to learn about meiosis which we had left in the previous video. What is meiosis is basically reduction division. Why it is called as reduction division? Because here the halving the number of chromosomes are seen. That is, the number of chromosomes in the daughter cell is half as that of the parent. But in mitosis it was called as equational division because the daughter cell had equal number of chromosomes as that of the parent cell basically. So what we are going to see in this is first is synapsis of homologous chromosome. Now what is synapsis is? Synapsis means pairing up. Now what are homologous chromosomes? Homologous chromosomes are structurally and functionally identical chromosomes. See, in humans we always say there are 46 chromosomes, but we more often use the term 23 pairs. That is, in humans two chromosomes are always same in looking and in function. So 46 chromosomes are not dealt like 1, 2, 3, 4, 46. 23 pairs, like these two chromosomes, they are identical. These two are identical. So two chromosomes are forming a pair which are structurally and functionally identical. These are called as homologous chromosomes. So pairing up means homologous chromosomes come together with each other. Next occurs is crossing over. Crossing over is basically, we would later discuss it what happens. Due to crossing over, there is mixing of characters, that is, the characters mix between the two chromosomes and it leads to variation. What is variation? Variation is basically mixing of characters which leads to different characters in daughter cell as compared to the parent cell. Now, why is this important? Well, why is variation important? Due to variation, there occurs evolution. See, evolution, what does evolution say? Survival of the fittest, because the species which would have the best adaptability, it would survive. So, if from one generation to another, next generation, if the characters remain same as in mitosis, so what would occur? The adaptability will also remain same. So there is no possibility of evolution. But if there are variations, then possibility of evolution is very much higher. Now, which kind of cell perform meiosis? Meiosis is performed by germ cells. So I will write over here germ cells. Germ cells perform meiosis. So germ cells are the one which would produce gametes. So like sperm, ovum, these cells are produced by meiosis. Now we would just see what happens in meiosis. Okay, these are the chromosomes. Let's see in interphase, and in S phase of interphase. Now what occurs in S phase? We have seen the chromosomal and the DNA duplication. Due to this, the chromosome number increases. See, another copy of A has been produced, another copy of B has been produced. Now let us assume that this has 2n number of chromosomes. This cell has 2n number of chromosomes. Okay. Now what has occurred? This A and this A are homologous chromosomes, that is structurally and functionally identical. So they will come together and form a pairing. It is called as synapsis. See, pairing has occurred. We are talking of, now we have moved on from interphase to M phase over here. Okay, M phase, that is meiosis has been started in this. We all know after interphase M phase occurs. M phase can be mitosis, can be meiosis. So here we are discussing meiosis. So pairing of the homologous chromosome has occurred. Now after pairing, there is crossing over. Now see, these two are the homologous chromosomes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are called as chromatids. So chromatids of the homologous chromosome are called as sister chromatids because they are very much related. So they are called as sister chromatids. But the chromatids of non-homologous chromosome are called as non-sister chromatids. As simple as that. So there occurs crossing over between non-sister chromatids. This is one chromatid, this is another, they are non-sister. Crossing over has occurred. Now what would be the result of crossing over? There would be mixing of the characters, and at the end of the meiosis, how would the picture look like? See, this also has 2n number of chromosomes, this also has 2n number of chromosomes. Now this is one cell, this is one cell. what is the picture like. Are you able to identify what I have done here? First of all, here there were 1, 2, 3, 4, say 4 chromosome like strand. Now here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Basically, here there are only 2. Here there are only 2. So you can just visualize this. Half the number of chromosomes are seen in the daughter cell. Yes. So this has n number of chromosomes, here this has n number of chromosomes. So what has occurred? Chromosome number has decreased to half, and also there has become a recombination. There is variation is seen in this. See, a part of the B has recombined with A to form this kind of difference which was earlier not seen. A part of the difference has been seen over here. So you can observe that. So halving the number of chromosomes, crossing over, see this is called crossing over, which has led to variation and recombination. And after this, now this is one cell, this is one cell. So meiosis occurs in 2 steps. Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 2 is exactly like mitosis. Exactly like mitosis. Okay, so what would occur? After this, a kind of picture like this would appear. Are you able to see? So earlier there was one parent cell, but after that eventually 4 daughter cells are produced. So meiosis is basically formation of 4 haploid cells. See, this is haploid. This is called as haploid. Now you would say this was n. Why does this does not occur n upon 2, n upon 2? No, I said this is meiosis 2. Meiosis occurs in 2 parts, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In meiosis 1, halving the number of chromosomes takes place. This is meiosis 1. But in meiosis 2, equal number of chromosomes are distributed. See? So just remember, you just have to remember that in meiosis, synapses occurs, crossing over leads to variation, and due to variation and recombination, evolution will be given rise. And another thing that you need to remember is the definition. That is, meiosis is called as reduction division, and it is formation of 4 haploid cells from a parent nuclei. From a diploid parent nuclei, 4 haploid cells are formed. Just you need to remember these things. And few more points that I would like to add over here are a few terms. So few terms that I would like to add. One is chiasmata. Now what is chiasmata? Chiasmata is the portion where the crossing over has occurred. So the portion between the portion between the non-sister chromatids of the chromosome where the crossing over has occurred is called as chiasmata. Okay. And another is tetrad. Tetrad is basically, tetra means 4. So visibility of a 4 chromatid like structure is called as tetrad. And another thing that you need to remember here is in meiosis, it is a fact kind of thing which you need to remember. Like in previous chapter you have remembered various things, like in plant cell wall is present, in animal cell it is absent, centrioles are present in animal cell, they are absent in plant cell. So just here remember that in meiosis 1 centromere splitting occurs. Now, how does centromere splitting occurs? In meiosis 1, there are 4 phases like prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. In prophase 1, there are another 5 phases. In prophase 1 itself, there are 5 phases. So, you don't have to go into that detail. Just remember that in meiosis 1, centromere splitting occurs, whereas in normal mitosis and meiosis 2, no centromere splitting occurs. Just remember. Okay, these are the things that you need to remember. Okay, now significance. What are the significance of meiosis? Simple. It leads to crossing over. And another is maintenance of chromosome number in offspring. I would explain this, how does this occur. Another is variations are seen that gives rise to evolution. So these are the important significance. Now I would like to explain this important point, like maintenance of chromosome number in offspring. Now what is this concept? See, I have told that meiosis occurs in germ cells and germ cells produce gametes. So what occurs that if a male undergoes meiosis, okay, meiosis, and he will produce sperm. Now a male has 46 chromosomes, okay, 46 chromosomes. He undergoes meiosis and produces chromosomes in sperms. So the number of chromosomes in sperm would be 23. Similarly, a female undergoes meiosis and would produce ovum. The number of chromosomes in ovum would be 23. Now, when fertilization occurs, that is fusion of male and female gamete, it will lead to formation of zygote. And zygote will eventually have how many chromosomes? 23 and 23. How many? 46. So, a cell or a structure of a body, a cell, should contain 46 chromosomes. So, is there a maintenance of chromosome number 46 which is required? Yes, it is. So, how does that occur? Because meiosis has taken place during the gamete formation. If not meiosis, mitosis. Just suppose a mitosis would have occurred. Then, okay, forget about meiosis. Here mitosis occurs. So what would happen? Sperm would have 46 chromosomes, same as that of the parent female. Forget. Mitosis occurs. What would happen? Ovum would have 46 chromosomes. The zygote would have 46 plus 46, 92 chromosomes. Which is applicable? No. So the maintenance of number of chromosomes is done in meiosis. So this was the concept of meiosis. You can refer to your textbook. You can read about that. Slightly more information would you would extract through that. But these are the important things that you need to remember in meiosis.